going on? Hello, you guys. It is Tip Tuesday. We're starting all that. Should be super awesome. Today's Tip Tuesday is going to be about sampling intentionally, and I was trying to find. Here we are. So below, I am going to link, and whoever else can link what products they love to sample with, so that everybody can sample and get ideas and share ideas with each other and just put them all in one place. And then whenever you have a new person, if they're like, well, I don't know how to sample, then you can say, hey, use the search tool on this page, and it has literally all of our sampling ideas and tools and things that we use. So that is super, super helpful. So I'm actually trying to log in to my workstation right now to do the consultant store. Give me 1 second. Ooh, Scentsy backpacks. Because we have, under the consultant store, there is a sampling tab, okay? So in the summer, you do not want to do felt. Like, I'm in Texas, y'all, and it is not going to happen. Like, these are super cute, the classic molds. I've seen Whitney has these, and when I was Whitney's customer, I would get little molds like that because I was local to her when we both lived in Georgia, but now she lives in North Carolina and I live in Texas. So if you have people who are far away, these felt samples, it's $100 for $6. I mean, you can't really beat that, and they even have like super cute shapes. This one is a Scentsy bar. But you can go to, like, sampling should not be difficult, okay? And you shouldn't be spending an arm and a leg on your sampling. So if you're going to sample and you want to use any of these things, like, go to the consultant store and add them to one of your orders that you're already going to put in, okay? For me, I really like to go to 418 Dreams on Etsy, which I'll link underneath here. She has cute felt shapes. I've mentioned it. Where'd my samples go? I've mentioned it before. I believe her sister is a Scentsy consultant, and so she knows what the scent of the month is going to be, and she will make shapes according to that. So, like, when we had May for Buzzworthy, she did, like, little bees and little wasps, and so I made these for my scent of the month. And it's just felt dipped in wax. Super simple. Then she has other ones you can pick from, like little butterflies and things like that, and this is what they look like. And then you just dip them in your wax. You should be sampling intentionally, and so we're going to talk a little bit about that in a second. You can get these bags right here from Walmart. Super, super cheap. I actually have... Sorry, I moved everything around. Moved. Positive, but they come in a package like this. So these are bigger. And this is what I had planned on putting my Scentsy Soak in. And then I realized that the scent of the month, because that's what I sent out in my mail outs, was Scentsy Soak, the scent of the month, and then a few flyers as my sample this month, just to get people's hands on products they've never used before. I was going to use these bags, but these bags don't hold in scent. And our scent of the month this month was strong. I don't know if y'all, it was strong. So I didn't end up putting it in this. I ended up putting it in these. They're called Mylar Bags. They have them in all different sizes on Amazon. They have gold ones. They have these holographic ones, which I love. I love anything iridescent with a lot of color. So there's that. Excuse me. And so I just put them in here. But Mylar Bags make it so the scent does not come out. So if you were to put your sample in here... And this is a smaller one. I'll show you what my Scentsy Soak one looks like. But, like, that's a big bag for a little tiny sample. But your scent doesn't leak out. Like, I did, one of our scents that I can't stand is Fiddle Leaf Fig. I don't like it. Not even telling customers that. I don't like it. I bought a bar and I was like, okay. And I had put it in my warmer already. So what did I do with that bar? I made samples from it because I'm not just going to waste money. But when I made samples from it, it was so strong that it overpowered all the other samples that I had put. Like, I did like a little, sorry guys. I did a little bag like this, just a little brown paper bag. And this is what I put like samples in for customers who order locally or who are like, I just want to smell stuff. And I literally just open it and just fill it with goodies and then put like stickers or something cute on the outside and tie it like this with ribbon. But I had done that and the Fiddle Leaf Fig leaked in to everything because it was such a strong scent. So Mylar bags prevent that from happening. Your scent will not leak out when you use a Mylar bag, and I will link it in the comments section, and then I'll show you too. So this is what I had done for my Scentsy soap to send out to people. Hi, Nene. So I had printed off, and you can make things like this on Canva, you guys. Oh, you're so sweet, honey. Thank you. I have to go live for a few parties, and I was like, I'm going to go live. I should probably pull my life together. Just a tad. But you can make these like stickers. This is the stickers. I get them from the store. I wasn't planning on actually like showing you guys all this stuff. All the like the stickers and stuff. But they're so easy. I buy them from Walmart. And these are these square labels. They're Avery. They look like this. And then I use Canva, the Canva app. This one's actually from the Anchored In Leaders from Chloe's leader page. But I use this, then I put my QR code in there, print it off, stick it on top of the bag to make it so it's labeled. You don't have to label wax samples. You have to label every other sample. So in that case, it might be better for you just to be like, oh, it's just better for me just to order them from the Scentsy consultant store. But I mean, I was like, I got the whiff box anyways, and we already have Scentsy. We have a lot of Scentsy soap because my children love it and I love it. So I was like, I'm not going to use all of the aloe water and cucumber. It's not my favorite Scentsy soap smell, but I can go ahead and package it up for customers. So that's what I did, and this went in their mail outs. When it comes to the felt, like I said, you don't have to label it, but I do have these, and I'll try to find the exact link. But it basically just gives instructions. I think it's blurry, but it gives instructions on what to do with the sample, because at first I was sending people samples like this, wax samples, and I'm like, you can warm it in your warmer. And they're like, but it's not melting. Well, it's not supposed to completely melt. It's felt. Like, it's not going to fully melt. But they were like, what do I do with this? So I ended up making a little instruction sheet, and it just says, place your sample in the warmer, turn the warmer on. The wax will lose its scent, and you can remove the wax and the felt very easily with a cotton ball. So I just make, like I make it and I just put it on address labels, or I see it somewhere else and I'm like, I'm going to put that on an address label. Because it just makes things easier for me to label it and package it up. And that way people know what they're getting too. And then like I had made these labels for the Bring Back My Bars. And it has, again, my QR code on it. And I just plugged it in. It says, always get my bar, open camera app and scan, add this scent to your club by what date. And then you just type in your date. And then I just print them and I put them on everything. So that way, everything is labeled. Every single sample that you give should be labeled. It should have your information on it so that person knows how to get back to you what they want. If you don't label it with your information, that's not helpful, you know? They're like, okay, I have a sample, but I can't remember who it's from. So think about that too. But we want to be really intentional about our sampling. So we need to make sure that our sampling is income producing. If you are giving out 150 samples for free, which are samples, that's what you do with samples. But if you're giving 150 samples out for free, like that's not income producing, okay? I think Whitney had a, so this is what she says. If you're handing out 100 samples, right, less than 1% is going to be your return, even if they're labeled with your information. Y'all, that's a waste of money. It's a waste of money. So if you're going to give a sample and you don't know someone, you need to get their information. And I mean, for me, I do it when I close parties. I'm like, hey, you know, I want to check in and make sure your order's going well, but I'm also going to send you a goodie or two. And I want to know and be able to check back in. How do you like it? And so that's my way. Can I get your phone number? Can I get you on my Facebook so that I can message you and check in with you? How are you liking the stuff that you're getting? Because that's important and you need to know, right? And then like now we have all this discontinued stuff. Well, now I can go back through my papers and I wrote down, right? Because I have a customer follow-up log. So like this is in the file section. And I wrote down every single person and what I gave them. And it comes with bubbles and you just highlight it. So I highlighted, okay, I know that this person, I had a girl yesterday, I messaged her and I was like, hey, I really know that you like Cocoa Lime. Let me tell you, these are things that are going out of stock. they'll be discontinued, like, but you can get them forever if you put them in your Scentsy Club. She's like, okay, I want to sign up for Scentsy Club. She signed up for Scentsy Club last night. But I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't write it down, if I didn't know, and if I didn't have her information to go back and check in with her. So you need to be intentional about your sampling, okay? So in the summer, you can do like a crinkle cutter. I always do felt, but I don't have, like, I only have a few local customers here. Everybody else is, I'm doing parties and making network connections outside. Kind of hard to do local stuff when you're new to a place and COVID happened. So there you go. But you can do crinkle cutters to where they can actually have like actual wax. And you can do the same thing, put them in the Mylar bags, or you can put them in the little baggies from Walmart. They're not expensive. Like, it does not have to break the bank. Seriously, you guys. I have even, like, for my scent of the month, it was not cute. Like, it's not always cute, and that's okay. Hey! Because I'm like, I don't want to, like, this is a business. I'm trying to make money, not just spend money and put money out, right? So I got this felt roll from the dollar store. And look, it's not even, like, cut nice and neatly. Like, I was in a hurry. It happens. But that is, I'll even show you one. Like, this is, and I labeled it, bring back my bar sugar, and I cut a square. Dipped it in the wax and called it a day. But I just, dollar store, you guys. It does not have to be fancy. You do not have to go and get super cute little shapes and super cute little bags. If you can't afford it, don't do it. Do not break the bank. Seriously. You guys, the dollar store is my best friend. Honestly, it is my best friend. Okay? So be smart about how much you're spending on your samples. They should not take you a lot of time. And then who you're giving them to and making sure that you're getting their information back so that you can follow up with them. The power is in the follow-up. Like, Gary, even when she did her video, she's like, I followed up. I just asked these people, hey, you know, you're liking all your stuff. Well, let me show you what else we have. Power's in the follow-up. Okay, I'm serious. And then sample with a purpose. So your existing customers should be getting samples. Yes, send them samples. If you don't have extra wax bars on hand, so we do a thing called bulk sampling, which I'm getting ready to do probably the week, or yeah, that week after I get back from SFR. So the 27th through the 31st, I will be bulk sampling. That means I'm going to go through and I'm just going to make a crud tons of sampling at once, okay? So I'm going to make a crud tons of samples at once, and I'm going to have them ready. They're going to be in separate storage things, so I know where they are, so I can just grab and go. Grab and put them in whatever they want to be in. So whether that's okay, I'll tell you what I'm doing for fall. So for fall, for me, because the catalog is becoming new, I ordered a bunch of the product list sheets. I'm not sending out catalogs because they're heavy and they're expensive. So I got a bunch of the product sheets. I'm folding them. Okay, so they'll get the product sheet. They'll get my thank you. My plan is to always have something about joining in my mail outs. And then they will get a dish, like a sample of dish soap. So I order Johnny Appleseed because it's kind of fall to me. It's apples, I don't know, and it's around because I saw it coming in the next catalog. And then I got 3-inch felt hearts. Okay, so the 3-inch felt hearts, and I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of soap on them. I got Mylar bags coming that are big enough to fit the hearts. Drop it in there. I'm going to label it. There's one sample. And then I'll probably do a sample from one of the fall bars, a felt sample. I'll label it. And that'll be in my fall mail outs. Okay? So because my existing customers, like, they rock. They're amazing. If I can't afford to put a stamp on an envelope and put a few, these are not heavy. You literally can put a few of these in an envelope and it's not going to cost you a lot. Now, I will tell you, if you put a few of these in an envelope and you put one of these in an envelope and you put a bunch of flyers in an envelope, they'll send it back because I just, my mailbox was full of stuff today. So it's super fun. So I got to redo that. But you live and you learn. I'm concerned that wax will melt at this time. Yes, wax will melt. Do not put wax in a mail right now. Don't do that. You're going to want to do felt. There's circles on Amazon. Like I said, this felt roll, cut it into little tiny squares, $1 at the dollar store, and it's big, and I've used it a lot. It just keeps going. That's a lot of felt. Like, look, that's a lot. It doesn't have to be expensive. I think you missed it, but I was talking about the Mylar bags because they don't, like move smell. You can't, like, the smell doesn't come through the bag, so all your samples don't run together, okay? So yeah, so make sure you watch from the beginning because you want to be doing the most for your money, right? Your customers need to feel like gold, but you still want to be making money, not just spending money. So I would make sure you are doing that in your mail outs. I would do 1 mail out a month. I mean, it's up to you. It's your business. Of course, it's your business. But to me, it doesn't make sense. Hey, Andra. Sorry, I had a girl at the RV park when we were living in the RV, and we have a big storm coming. Her awning was out, and so I was like, let me run over there and try to shut it because I know she's at work, but it didn't work, so then I was late. Anyways, and I wanted to make sure that I followed my notes. So, but yeah, so you do want to be doing those for your mail outs. Put a few felt samples in or a body sample or some kind of sample for your customers, but it does not make sense to send them a thank you card in the mail and then also send them the end of month mail out with the scent of the month. Like that's not income producing, okay? So in my mind, right, and again, your business, you can do what you would like. If you think your customers need a personalized thank you first and then you wrap it up at the end of the month, that's up to you. I'm not doing that. Like, you will all get something at the end of the month when I'm done. Well, it comes at the beginning, but when I'm done with the previous month. So you'll have your thank you in there. You'll have your samples in there. You'll have your scent of the month in there. Boom. There you go. You rock. Love you, customers. Like that. Okay. Edible gummies come in those bags. Oh, see? Yeah. Okay. Edible gummies come in these bags. There's no smell. Good to know. Oh gosh. So make sure you're doing income producing. Do not break the bank. And then again, make sure if you're giving them to people that you don't know, you have their contact information, follow up with them. Hey, how did you like the sample of aloe water and cucumber Scentsy soap that I gave you? Like, what were your thoughts on it? And then it opens the door to more. When they're like, oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. You're like, well, we have it in these scents, right? Hey, would you like to get it for free and half off? Let's do a party. You know, or if you want to order and you have other people who want to order with you, I can make you a personalized shopping link. Once it hits $200, you start getting free and half off rewards. Let's do the darn thing. You know, and then honestly, at that point, they're doing the work for you, if that's the case. So think about that too, and let them lead the conversation. So don't just be like really forceful, but when you are like, hey girl, just checking in, and some people might not respond. Okay, whatever, move on to the next. Like, move on to the person who will respond, okay? So, hey girl, how did you like your Buzzworthy sample? Oh, I thought it was really, really great. Or I had a girl actually who said, I got the Buzzworthy bar because I love the sample you made, but for some reason the bar, when we warmed it, made us sneeze. And I'm like, that's so crazy. I wonder what was in it that made you sneeze. So then we started going down the list, started talking, and she's like, I really would like to try more scents. And I was like, okay. I said, well, I can bring you testers so that you can smell all the different scents, and then when you're done, just let me know and I'll pick them up. So then she made her list. When I saw her list, I was like, girl, either we need to do a party or I need to send you a personalized link that you can send to other people, because that's a big list of stuff. Like, you might as well get a free half off item if you're going to go ahead and order all that stuff. So it opens the door. So kind of follow their lead, right? And go where the conversation leads, you know? Each month, do you send the flyer and something different? So it depends, honestly. I have never sent Scentsy Soak. This was my first time, and it was a little heavy, and I did it in tiny bags. Like, this is a little sample. It's not even 2 scoops of Scentsy Soak. And it was a little heavy, so like I said, I got my envelopes back. But that's okay, because we're going to just send them out again. Even though I weighed them. I think the post office sometimes has some things against me, to be honest. But I always write down what I've sent. So, like, this month I know that every single person got I have a piece of hair on my arm that's driving me nuts. Got a sugar sample from Bring Back My Bar with the Bring Back My Bar flyer. It's extended until July. And they got this. So I didn't write down this month because I know everybody got the same thing. So now I'm going to go back and I'll be like, I started to see people started to get their packages. So I'm like, okay, hey, how did you like Scentsy Soap? How did you like sugar? You can get it forever until the end of July and Bring Back My Bar and Scentsy Club. But normally I do like a body sample and a felt sample, or a felt sample and their thank you is a car circle. So when I go back through, remember I told you guys to always have a party open just for you, right? With those rewards, I'm purchasing scent circles or things like I told you I got the big hearts to do the dish soap. Sorry, my brain is all over the place. To do to drizzle the dish soap on. So then I know, okay, everybody's getting this and this. But that's only because it's fall. Like I don't always do like a big heart. Felt like that's a lot of stuff. So I try to I didn't have car circles this month. I ran out. Good problem to have. So that's why I did Scentsy Soak. So I did Scentsy Soak, but always something a little different, and then a felt sample, probably. So my client received one order. I don't know what to do to assist because I don't have access to it. Okay, I'll message you about that when we're done. So yeah, it's up to you what you want to put. I always put the scent of the month flyer in for the people who've ordered in the past 90 days. Those people always get a sample of something else besides the flyer. Okay, besides the scent of the month, because they're my customers, and I mean, usually they're really excited, about their Happy Mail, and I try to make it cute. I'm trying to revamp my fall stuff so it'll be more fall, to get them excited, because who doesn't like getting stuff in the mail? You know what I mean? So yeah, so make sure you're following up. And then I think also Whitney had a good idea when I went back and was looking through some of her stuff with asking on your Facebook, hey, I need 10 product testers. Who's willing to do it? And when they say yes, okay, well then you're going to message them, but you also have to let them know that you're going to follow up. They have to know what you need from them also. You can't just be like, okay, here's a free sample. No, that's not income producing, okay? So 10 product testers, and then when they message or when they like it on the Facebook or they comment on it, then you can message them and be like, hey, I need your address. I want to send you a few different things to sample. And you could do Scentsy Soap and dish soap and a few different things if you want, or you could just do a few felt samples. Again, do not make it expensive. Do not break the bank. Okay, I think they say 10% of your income should be put back into your business. So follow that guideline. If you're I want to do all the things, but it's expensive. Okay, maybe follow that. Maybe that'll help you. But then when you message them, you tell them I'm going to need your feedback. I need your address to send it to you, and I need your feedback. And then you can go ahead once you know they've received it and be like, what was your feedback on whatever scent or whatever Scentsy Soak or this cleaner? And like I said, you guys go ahead and everybody, whatever you use to sample, I know Paige has all the ideas and she finds all the good stuff. So I'm going to tag her so that she can just list what she buys, where she gets it from. Yeah, if you want to do that, I would do, you said you ordered a bunch of scent circles to mail with thank you cards. Should I just add a new flyer to what I need to order? So if I were you, for my thank yous, since you already have the scent circles, I would do a scent circle and I would probably handwrite thank you on there and sign your name. Make sure, again, you label it. It has to have your information on it. So I have Avery labels like this. And it just says, check me out on Facebook, Life Stinks Without Anya. And then it has my phone number on it, and my Scentsy website on it. You just put a sticker on there so they know who it came from, write your thank you on that, and then I would put it with the scent of the month, send it out. If you want to add a scent or a felt sample to it, go ahead. But don't overcomplicate. It needs to work for you in your life. Don't overcomplicate it, and don't spend a bunch of money you don't need to be spending. Does that make sense? Because, yeah, samples are fun, and they're so fun to do. I really get excited about samples. I love it. It's my happy place to do samples and put mail-outs together. But if I'm spending $100 on mail-outs, that's not, unless my business is freaking huge, why am I doing that? It needs to be income-producing and intentional. Thought process, intentional. So, yes, existing customers should all get some type of sample. And, yeah, so that's my Tip Tuesday on intentional sampling. Go ahead, link all the stuff that you're using. If you've been sampling, if you haven't, then, make sure you start doing something small. You guys, when I first started, I'm going to be honest, I didn't have a bunch of extra bars to sample with. Even right now, I don't have bunch of extra bars to sample. So what I do is if I put don't overthink it. Just make it simple. Make it work for you in your life. But if I know, yesterday I put in beach, right? If beach was not a bring back my bar, because I've already made samples for that. If beach was not a bring back my bar, I would go ahead and I'd probably do 3 or 4 felts. Put them in there, dip them, put them in a bag, or let them sit dry, put them in a bag and label them and be like, okay, well now I have 4 samples of whatever I'm warming. I mean, it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to do a bulk sample day if you don't want to. For me, I'm going to do it because I don't want to have to deal with it for X amount of time. I just want to get it done. So I will have bulk sampling week at the end of this month. But if you don't have time for that, don't do that. You know, just dip it in whatever you have at the very beginning so it smells like it. Put it to the side, label it, and now you have it, and you can just grab and go when you're ready to send your mail outs. So, intentional sampling, that's what I got for you for Tip Tuesday. Hope you guys have a good Tuesday. Bye!